Hey guys, can you hear me at all? I will be there with you now. Just doing a couple of tests. I don't seem to be getting some responses from Twitch for some of my stuff. Hey! How you doing? How's everyone today? I'm just going to do a quick IRL for a little bit. How are you guys? I've had vodcasts up the whole night, guys, so those who came to visit and didn't see me like answering you back, my bad for that. I do type in there and say that I'm having vodcast up, so hopefully people see that and notice it and know that I'm not currently live streaming. So hi Sal, how you doing? It's so hot today. Oh my god, it's like very warm. I just finished work and I walked in the door and I've got a couple of things to do, but I just want to come say hi to everyone. What's news? Oh my god, nobody knows what a vodcast is. I know, like what the fuck? It's a video past cast. Like, come on, guys. I'm like fucking 45 and I know what the fuck a vodcast is. Come on, guys. Surprised you. Don't be surprised. Come on. I do want to say thanks to some people who actually have followed me. So I just have to go to something else here and find out where it is. What's news? What's news? What's news? What's news? Let's go to my Twitch alerts quick. My internet is very bad, so I hope I can stream just now, but it'll be probably from the PlayStation 4. It won't be from my professional setup. Where I live, we had our first frost. It was beautiful. I woke outside and it looked like the grass. Oh, that is like so pretty, right? Oh, I'm trying to see who these people are that followed me so I can say thank you. And it's funny, when I put the vodcast up, it changed the font in my stream to the biggest setup that I had, and it activated the francophase, and now it's not activated the francophase. It's like fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. I'm trying to get my Twitch alerts back up here. See what's going on so I can say thanks to these guys who followed me, because I saw there was 2 followers. And yesterday one of my followers got annoyed with me because he says I ignore him. I don't ignore him. I don't ignore him. I even visited his stream not long back to say hello, and you know, I typed messages and spent some time there. Yeah, I actually sent him a message on Twitter. Okay, this is not coming up now. Fucking hell. He says that he's invited me to a couple of games and I never go there with him. But yeah, you know, I'm going to show you something right now. I have like so many people to catch up with. And I try hard to get around to everyone. So I feel bad if I can't get to be with everybody. But if I can't get to be with people, I usually make an effort and I'll stop into the parties in the evening or during the morning or the day or whatever. And I will go and say to, you know, just drop in and say, hey guys, how you doing? Because I can't always get to play with everyone. You didn't drop everything you're doing, join his game. Don't be so funny. No, but I feel bad because, you know, I've been in games before and he's like, invite me, and I'm saying it's a public game, join the public lobby, because if I go to my screen and have to go through everybody to try and invite him, it will be a problem. And I mean, I can go right now. There's my screen. Okay, I'll just be a little bit dark then. Don't you like my artwork? That is so cool. That's created by my buddy Murphy. Murphy used to come into my streams and say hi. That's so cool, right? Okay, so there's the people who followed me. Let me just see if I can move this and make it bigger. There we go. Oh gosh, I made it so big I can't even read it now. God damn it. Talos Deshane, thanks for the follow, and Neris Johnson Dragon, thanks for the follow. I know, right? You know what he did though? I'll tell you a little story. I just want to move that out the way there. Let me just deactivate that. Okay, I'll take it off. So you know what he did actually? The little girl that he created had green eyes and green hair, like here where you see like the green hair. Let me just get that out of the way. So there where you see like the green hair and the green flower. It was all green before, and I said to him, no, please, can you make it blue, because I have blue eyes and I like the idea of it being blue, right? And this is what he came up with. He's like, okay, no problem, I'll change it for you. So that was so cute. It's very cute. Yes, very sweet. So that's like the background cover of my PlayStation, my cover picture. I just want to go and see where the notifications are that this dude says he invited me to games, because this is where it would be if it's here. I see no invitations from this person. And when I'm streaming through the PlayStation 4, I don't like to go and create a blue screen all the time for people. So I will always tell them where to join. There's Sniper Elite invitations there. There's Sniper Elite, and it's not him that's invited me. Not him again. Not him again. So I'm going back to Saturday already. Not him. He's not invited me anywhere along here. Not him again. You know, he says he sent me invitations, so not him, not him. That's going back to the 2nd of the 11th now, so that's like 8 days back. I'm not here to call him out either. I am just here to say that, you know, if you've invited me, I don't have the invitation. That's as far back as I can go. So, yeah, I just want to clear that up. So if he comes back to watch my IRL stream, he can see what I've shown. There's no invitation there because, you know, if there was an invitation, I would have absolutely made the effort to go. So, yeah. Okay, so I guess you want to see what other interesting things I have on my PlayStation here. Okay. He might have even defriended me. I don't know. Let's see. So when I say I have a lot of friends to catch up with, I really do have a lot of friends to catch up with. As you can see on the top of my PlayStation there, I have a lot of friends to catch up with. And, you know, like I say, sometimes I don't always get to play with everybody because also people are playing different games. So, yeah, you know, just, there's only one of me. And I'll do everything I can to get to play with everybody at some point in time. And if I can't, I try to do it in other ways, like calling in on his stream, spending a bit of time with him, you know, hosting him sometimes. Yeah, you know, that's just what I try to do if I can't get to play and hang out. You know, I do try in other ways, so there's nothing more for me to say about the situation. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I see that I've had a few views overnight. Oh, the other thing I tried to do actually was I created a video and for Call of Duty, and I loaded it, tried to upload it like not last night, the night before, and it was like 5 hours because it's pretty. I think it's like a 1 point. Let me just go see how big it is. Oh, it won't be a it might be in notifications. Let's go look and see. See, like Felix sent me a message saying, hey, is there a reason why I don't get an answer when I'm saying hello? And that's because I'm like doing a vodcast. It's not, I'm not live. So yeah, some people just kind of, I guess, don't get it. But it's okay. It's all good. Okay. I wanted to go to settings. I think it's, is it here? I don't think it's there. No, it's not there. I'll check it later though. So what are you guys all up to for the weekend? Are you doing something special? So I'm hoping to do a bit of streaming today. Obviously the PlayStation, through the PlayStation network. But my children are having a big party at the house tomorrow because my son's girlfriend is having a party, a joint party with another person at the house. So I definitely won't be able to stream like probably tomorrow throughout the day and into the evening. Maybe I'll take a day off and go to the beach or do something like that. It'll be nice. It will be nice to get to the beach, mate. Sunday, not sure. Maybe just like another family day or something. To the beach. To the beach, bitch. Maybe I'll go fishing. I don't know. I've been wanting to go like away camping for a while. You know how some overlays do messages when new viewers come into, is there a way stream or not, but could do that letting people know that it's, well, I do have something set up that comes up every 5 minutes. I actually have a timer set that comes up every 5 minutes in the vodcast, and I only activate it when the vodcast is up. I'll just see if I can put the command in here so you see what it, do we like this girlfriend? Yeah, she's great. She's great. So if I type in vodcast, that's the message that comes up, but I have a timer set that it comes up like every 5 minutes, so that if there is somebody there, it will come up and it will say this is a past blah 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 blah, you know. But I think sometimes people are just so focused on the game and, you know, seeing me there that probably they don't realize that, you know, I'm not actually live there and then. Did my screen change at least? I remember seeing if I only saw. You summons the command. Yeah, probably. You can activate stuff because you're a mod. Well, you should be able to. I've given the power to all my mods to be able to put stuff in there. Stream elements. Having a look up on there. Yeah, you see how these stream element and these Nightbot and stream elements things do come up. It does come up like that. And if somebody follows me, stream elements will activate a thank you for the follow, and then it will come up on my alert box on Streamlabs. And someone donated to me the other day, and I'm waiting for some access through PayPal with the alert box activation so that I can send him an email or send them an email. Because what I usually do is people who donate to me is I have obviously access to their email then if they've you know, done a donation. Oh my goodness! Someone just hosted my stream. Malnox, thanks for hosting my stream. Did you see that coming up? Okay, so those were definitely coming up. Alright, cool. Okay, so right now Stream Elements just activated that Malnox hosted my stream with 6 viewers. Hey guys! Welcome to my stream. I'm just IRL for a little bit to say hi because I've had vodcast up overnight. Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is if somebody does like a donation towards me, and I've done it in the past, is I have access to an email based on their donation and obviously the PayPal information. So I usually send them a digital thank you where I have like a nice, you know, thank you message and stuff to send them to. So I have to go and check and see what's going on with that because I have not had that show up. Malnox, thanks for the host, buddy. How you doing today? How was your stream? I'm so thirsty. God damn it. If I go... you see, I can't even access my Francophase things here. I don't know why. Shit. Copy. Paste. Hosting. go, I put that in. The fuck? It's probably laggy as fuck because of the internet. It looks like it's so slow on my computer over here. Is it like laggy? So I don't know if it's laggy or not. Laggy, laggy. Laggy, laggy. Is it laggy? Doesn't, it's like so retarded, this shit. It's so retarded, mate. If I open channel feed, what does that change anything? Doesn't change anything. Dropped frames detected. They detected dropped frames in my Twitch. Like, really? Really? Alright, well, I'm not going to keep you guys for too much longer. Hopefully I can get back on and start streaming Call of Duty. I want to do some more campaign because, yeah, I really enjoyed the campaign. So what I've been doing, obviously, is I've been coming to live stream the campaign, and I started off not knowing anything, and I started streaming that. And then what I've done is I've gone back in the evening and just played like the first mission over, so I can do a video out of that and then put that on my YouTube channel, because a lot of people like to hear the story like from the beginning all the way to the end. So hopefully I can do that. It'll just obviously take time to get that done. Oh, the other thing I did yesterday was I managed to upload, or should I say export, from my Twitch to my YouTube channel is the videos of Fortnite. So I'm hoping they went across in time so I can save them. Who knows? I know one came up yesterday and I managed to put a cover on it, but I didn't put any tags or anything. I just wanted to get it off Twitch and straight to YouTube. So be it. Sniper Pro just came online. Hahaha. Maybe he'll drop in and say, hi, Mummy Z. You're a real go-getter. Am I? Why'd you say that? I'm just me. I love life. Really, I do. I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be a video gamer. I always knew I would be like connecting with people, right? Because I love people. You know what I love? I love old people. I love old people. I was very close to my grandmother and my granddad. And I see old people and I just want to help them. I just want to help them. You're always so busy and mother's work. I know. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay to be busy. It's better to be busy than not busy, right? Sniper Pro! How you doing today? I saw you come online. I was like, oh, he's coming to say hi. How are you, buddy? How's your Friday going? Can you believe it's like Friday? What's the time? Oh, it's like midday here right now. Yeah, 5 minutes past 12, midday. What you up to for the weekend, Sniper Pro? Hello, mate. I'm going good, thanks. How are you? I'm awesome, thanks, Sniper Pro. I just got back from work. I finished at 11 today. Well, just like after. I always like to leave my desk. Yeah, hang out with old people is nice because they do all the talking. They do all the talking. You know, they sleep like so few hours at night. They get like 4 or 5 hours sleep, if that. and then they're like awake, and then they're like sitting knitting and like doing stuff. My mum's mum was really good at knitting things, and would you believe I can knit? I'll have to get my knitting needles and show you guys. I wonder where they are. I'll have to show you guys that I can knit. That'll be funny. Should I get them now? This is like not a knitting stream. This is just a greeting and saying hello. No, but I love old people. I love old people. I'm not scared to get old. I know it's part of life, but yeah, it's sad when people get old, right? It is. Knitting stream. I have a few other talents up my sleeve. Maybe one day I'll get my keyboard out and I'll like play a tune for you or something like that. Like we'll have a knit stream, we'll have a play a tune stream, we'll have a all sorts of other stupid shit. Show you my little hidden talents. Somebody actually tagged me in a dude who plays like trance music but on a piano. He is like so amazing. So I'm actually friends on my personal Facebook page with my music teacher from primary school. I tagged her in that article that I was tagged in. And yeah, just like, check this dude out, man. He's awesome. I'm trying to think what his name is. I've knitted, getting back to the knitting thing, my mum's mum was a great knitter. She always used to knit stuff for us when we were little kids, right? And why is that thing black there? No, it's all good. And so I think, but you know what? I can't do the fancy stuff. I just do like plain stitch, like plain knit. Yeah, that's it. It's like sewing stuff too. Don't ask me to sew clothes. I cannot do that. But I can make curtains, like straight line curtains. I can do that. That's pretty cool. What else can I do? I can do lots of things. I can ride, well, you know what? I rode a motorbike once. And then I crashed it into the side of the house. So I never got on again. Never again. It was a big motorbike. And it was like a lot bigger than me. So I wasn't going to go do that again. I've been going fine around the rose beds too, on the farm, like on the lawn, like big lawns, man. Like just round, come back, go round again, like go do another circuit, man. I was going so well. And then my brother and my dad were like, "Oh, we're gonna go fishing." I was like, "Okay, see you later." So I got onto the fucking motorbike, vroom, started up, was going well up the little alley that I had to go. Next thing, I don't know what the fuck I did. I think I just floored it and I went straight into the side of the wall. Into the side of the house. Oh my god. The motorbike went one way, I went the other way. And my dad and my brother were trying to close the gate going out fishing. They were like, "What?" So they ran to help me and lift the motorbike up because it was huge. Never again. I never got on again. It was fun. Not really. What else can I tell you about me? I like to write stories, although I haven't written stories since I was at school. If I read books, I like to read about real things, like biographies. Like I have Sharon Osbourne's biography. Oh, what's happened to my screen here? I love her. Yes, don't come on a motorbike with me. You probably won't even take off. Yeah, I like thriller stories. I like real life stories. I like what else do I like? Ask me questions. That's easier like that. I feel like I'm just talking. I'll tell you right now how many of my friends. So when I started playing this Call of Duty, there wasn't that many of my friends that had it. Right now, there's 18 of my friends playing this game. And it might take some time. Okay, I have 83 friends now who have Call of Duty World War II. I watched part 1, you play World War II. It was so awesome, the graphics. Oh, really? You watched it? Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear somebody watched it. So right now, actually I was wondering something about your sons. Yes, go ahead, ask. Of course. Go ahead. So when I started playing this, I think I only had about 35 friends that had the Call of Duty World War II, and now it's gone up to 83 friends. So that's wicked. That's wicked. Sniper Elite 4. Let's see how many people are playing there. Sniper Elite. Let's check and see who's on Sniper Elite. So right now I've got 12 friends playing Sniper Elite. Like, actually playing. I mean, some people may be offline. Excuse me. One person is streaming. Let's see who's streaming it. I have got 243 friends that play Sniper Elite 4. That's so wicked. Do they feel part Australian, part African like you, or are they completely Australian? They are not completely Australian. They are very much little white Africans like me. And the fact that they were born in South Africa, obviously I'm born in Zimbabwe. That's my, place of birth, as well as my husband. He's also born in Zimbabwe. But our children are born in South Africa. So, and they grew up there for the first 8 years of their lives. That's, we were there for their first 8 years. So very much South African. They remember, the big house that we had, the dogs, the 6-foot wall around the house with the triple electric wire around the top, panic buttons, all that kind of security stuff, because that's how you live there. That's normal. So definitely they have South African within them, and they still have a little bit of the South African accent, but they also have the Australian accent because they've been here for like 11 years now. So but I think they came here when they were 8. Yeah, because 19, 11 years. Oh, one person is streaming Sniper Elite 4. He's playing Fortnite. And I actually also feel Greek too, my kids. Obviously the Greek comes from my husband being a Greek. He's a Greek dude. So, very much like, they went to a Greek school here in Australia. So they went, they went there to go learn a little bit of Greek and like a bit of the culture and stuff. They've been back. Well, actually we went to Greece with them in 2002. They were 4 years old. And they got to meet the family, and they were like little kiddies then. Do you ever think you would move back to Africa? No, never. Never. I wouldn't want to go back and risk my life. And that's the reality of being in a place like Australia, for example. It's very different to Africa. But when you've lived a life in Africa and you've had to dodge bullets, and I'm not saying it lightly, it's been reality many times, not just once. You think twice about the situation, and you say, that reminds us why we came here. It's like every now and again you get that reality check. Yeah, when I heard there's a strong Greek culture in Australia. Really? Australia, especially Melbourne, has the second biggest Greek population other than Greece itself in the world. Absolutely huge. Yeah, huge. It's kind of like scary. It's like every corner you take, there's Greeks there. And that's pretty cool. That shows a pretty tight community. Even in Africa, we were part of the Greek community. I mean, my phone's ringing. I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, I'm back. Oh, I'm back, mate. What are you saying? As an ignorant American, when I think of Australia, I just think of sunburned Anglos. Like beach babes, thongs. No, Africa is very different to the rest of the world. You know, it's very different to the rest of the world. But when you only grow up in Africa and you don't know what else is out there, you know, you just grow up, you know, you end up looking after yourself, you end up watching your back every step of the way. Even though I live here in Australia and, you know, it's supposedly a really cool, secure area. In fact, just down, if I went 20 meters down my driveway, took a left, went 50 meters down my driveway, took a right, 20 meters, another 120 meters, and then right onto a main road that kind of joins onto another main road. Let's call it 1 kilometer from my home. There was a murder there, like not even a week ago. Somebody got stabbed. So there is no safe place in the world. I don't care what the fuck people say. There is no safe place in the world. And when you've grown up in Africa and you grow up watching your back all the time, that's just how it is. You watch your back. Shit happens. Because people can become very complacent and very blasé about the fact that, you know, oh, they moved from Africa to Australia, it's all cool here. Well, actually, it is cool here. Make no mistake, it is cool. And yes, it's a lot better than having to continuously watch your back. But I grew up firstly in Zimbabwe, where there was a civil war, and as a child growing up, you know, you grow up watching yourself, watching your back. Then going to South Africa, you know, it's more prevalent. You see let's just get one thing straight. In Zimbabwe, there's 2 African factions, and no one fights against anyone there. It was a civil war that was happening between, you know, who it was happening against in those days. In South Africa, there's like 11 different sects there, so there's that many more people who want a piece of the pie, and you know, there's a lot more aggravation based on the history of that country, which I wasn't a part of because that's not where I was born. I didn't grow up in that environment. Although traveling to South Africa when I was a little girl, we would often go on holiday to the coast, which was like every second year that we could afford to go. And we would have to travel in convoy from Zimbabwe to get across to South Africa because of, you know, the volatility of living in Africa. But, you know, when you went there, you experienced what was in place. Like you could only go to there were 2 toilet options, for example, at the service station. One door was locked, so you'd have to pay like 20 cents to get the key to go in there. But when you went in there, it was spotless. There was spray to, you know, spray the toilet after you finished. There was nice soap to wash your hand. Or you could go to the one where there was like no soap, probably no toilet paper, and like just a bowl to shit in, you know. And they had, you know, and it's not unreal, but that was the reality of the situation then. And they say one was for the white people, one was for the black people, but at the end of the day, coming from Zimbabwe, it's like, okay, do I have money to pay for that toilet? No, I'll just go use that toilet, because at the end of the day, it's just a toilet. I mean, fuck, if I need to shit in the bush, I'll have to go shit in the bush, right? Do you think even in Cape Town it would be a whole different world compared to a typical American city? Cape Town is very cosmopolitan, but make no mistake, Cape Town is full of crime too. Cape Town is full of crime. There is a lot of crime there. There's a lot of different poor areas there, so where there's poverty, there's a lot of crime. Make no mistake, a lot of crime. And then I hear there's this big anti-immigrant stuff in South Africa, like against Nigeria. It's not even just against Nigerians, it's against everybody. I mean, Zimbabwean people who were crossing the border at Whitebridge to get across to South Africa to go and look for better opportunities, because Mugabe's totally fucked up our country. He can go get fucked. You know, he's just a fucking dick. He's just, what was a good country and the breadbasket of Africa, he has just totally messed it up. He's 90-something, and really, he just needs to pop off and, like, just fade away. But the problem is, where there's one of him, there's plenty more that will be happy to take his place. And better the devil you know than the one you don't know. But in the good old days, you know, when he first took over the country, he was good for the country. He had a good wife. That's the problem. I think he's got a greedy bitch on his side now, and that's the problem. But getting back to the Zimbabweans that, you know, have been hungry and starving, have crossed over and said to themselves, like, okay, let's go to South Africa, maybe we can find something there for us as opportunities. So they've risked themselves, they've risked, you know, their lives and their children trying to cross through the border posts and, you know, under the fences, across the river, get eaten by crocodiles and fucking hippos and whatever's there. And some of them have made it across. But then you get the arrogance and the violence of the South African nation that's there. And there's not just one sect there. There's 11, 12 different sects, and they all like gang up against, you know, the people who have migrated across there. The problem is that the Zimbabwean people are hardworking people. The other people, they haven't starved. They've always got their food that they can go and get. Yes, there's poverty areas, but they've always had it good. They don't know how it is to be hungry. They haven't gone hungry. It's a different life. But if he dies, Gucci Grace will take over. Fuck Gucci Grace. She's a bitch. Can't stand her. She's a pain in the asshole. She needs to go with him. Then you just dig a double grave while they're at it. No, really, she's terrible. She's absolutely terrible. She's horrendous. I'm not talking politics, I'm just talking real life, and I appreciate the questions that you guys are asking, because a lot of people don't know. They just assume, you know, Zimbabwe is this little African nation with nothing to it. It's a beautiful country, you know, and people from Australia that have left there and have come here, have tried to make a life here. It's been so difficult for them to be able to try here because it's a first world country. Things are expensive. You know, Perth is like one of the most expensive cities in the world. It's like fucking ridiculous. You know, it's insane. And are you really getting the quality of life that you intended to? All you're doing is working to pay the fucking tax, man. You know, yes, you have to pay your tax in Zimbabwe too, but life was different there. Life was relaxed. Life was easy. Here we live in this like hub of such fucking stress and crap. It's terrible. That's disappointing. Oh my god, there's my phone ringing again. For fuck's sakes. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. But that's disappointing about South Africa. I guess I'll scratch it off my list of places that I would move to. I would not move there. Well, like I said though, people have moved back. People have come to, for example, Australia, to, you know, get a better quality of life, or, you know, get away from what they've experienced there. And a lot of people have established themselves here and gotten on with things. Other people have struggled to get established and struggled to fit in. So for them, they've actually gone back home, when what we call home. They've gone back to Zimbabwe, for example, or back to South Africa, because they just felt like they couldn't fit in here. You know, there's a lot of, we experienced lots of xenophobia when we came here and we had a business here. You know, people are full of shit. They immediately see you as coming into their space, and, you know, you want to like fucking be full of crap. It's like, what the fuck? We've come here, we've had to invest money in your country, we've had to do so many things, and yet you treat us like a piece of shit, and yet we employ your people because that's the rules of our visa. You know, it's like, get fucked. That's nice, Sniper Pro. Oh, that's awesome. Beautiful. I would certainly say go and visit, but if you want to go visit, stay in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with the right people and tell you where to go and where not to go. Because there's places you do not want to end up going. Not at all. And I have people there that can help you and guide you. You know, I would not want you to be in a place that is just like so bad. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. And it is nice to go and visit and see other parts of the world. It is. You got to do it. If you can, you got to do it. Our children have been really fortunate, and you know, a lot of the traveling we've done around the world is because my husband is a shooter. He started shooting IPSC sport in 2000. Oh, cool. All right. If I ever convince my wife to visit, I'll do that. Of course, you must. Being a pistol shooter and traveling around the world has been pretty awesome. So the first shooting comp that he took part in was in South Africa. That was the World Shoot in 2002. And that's when he shot as Mr. Zorba, like a Mr. Nobody. I think he finished 100 and something like in the world at that competition. But that's where we first started getting connected with people around the world. And that was some time ago. And the kids were like little 4-year-olds on the shooting range, so obviously they weren't allowed to shoot, but they had their earmuffs and their glasses, and they used to play on the sand and, you know, like go from stage to stage and stage to stage. So yeah, people saw them on the range, not shooting, but being little kiddies, you know, like little, you know how little kids are on, like out and about. And then in 2005, he represented South Africa, and he shot at the World Shoot in Ecuador. So he got the privilege of going to Ecuador. I stayed behind to look after the family and the business and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a cool, interesting. See, I grew up in Detroit, a dangerous city, and I think I would get overconfident, think I could handle myself, when in reality I'd be over my head. You probably would, based on the fact that you've had a bit of intel from myself. If you know you've got to watch yourself, you'll have those inbuilt abilities to watch yourself, you know. But I mean, you certainly wouldn't like to say, hey, can I get a taxi and go to Soweto? Can I go visit like the people there? Or can I go into Mafokeng or whatever? Like, you wouldn't fucking go there, bro. I'm saying, Sal, this is where you don't go. Or I'd put you in touch with somebody that knows if you wanted to go like on a safari trip, for example, or, you know, go to Cape Town and stay there. I have people all around the world, so I would definitely guide you in the right direction of where you want to go. And what it is you want to see, you know. For example, if you were to go to South Africa, go, you know, on a safari, for example, go do some stuff there, go see Cape Town, get a flight from Cape Town to Zimbabwe, or for example, if you went to Victoria Falls is a really beautiful place. You get to see the Victoria Falls. You know, there's a bit of history there as well. I know people who own lodges there that, you know, you would just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And of course, if you went to Harare and you wanted to go visit Grace, I could put you in touch with somebody who's like quite well connected there too. I am so, oh man, I love that show from Detroit. Let's go, hardcore porn. Oh my god, hardcore porn. They run that porn shop, and people come in there with their shit to sell it. And then they get all shitty with the girl up to, like, through the glass. Oh, I watched that too. I watched that. You know what I changed? I changed my thing here to show that I'm in real life on this, not Sniper Elite 4. What is it coming up on your Twitch? On your, like, Twitch ads there? If I refresh my stream, it's gonna, like, fucking... It doesn't even give me a time anymore or like anything. Like, you know what, mommy, I think I'd like to visit where they filmed Zulu. I grew up on that movie. Okay, so where's that place? Where did they film Zulu? There's a Zulu on my stoop. That one. Oh, you know what? Was that somewhere near Sun City? That could have been some Sun City. That's like in the Transvaal. I know people there. a beautiful place. I mean, like, based on, you know, where I've grown up, a lot of like the farmers and that have moved on to places like Zambia because, you know, they've been given opportunities there by the country to go and do stuff. And, you know, when you're a farmer, what else do you know how to do? So you go and try and find something that, you know, works for you. So yeah, a lot of doors were open for the Zimbabwean farmers that lost everything. Zambia opened the doors for them. Botswana, Mozambique opened the doors for them. So, you know, those countries are pretty much doing okay. Rorke's Drift, Natal province. Oh, Rorke's Drift! Oh my god. My granny was born in the Natal province. And actually, I think that Rorke's Drift has a story with my family history on my dad's side. Rorke's Drift. God damn it. Very nice. I have a book written by my second cousin on my family clan from my dad's side. And I recall reading about Rorke's Drift in there. I think it was one of the places that people walked through, traveled through. Yes. Awesome. Very cool, mate. I think they call it the Transvaal, which in those days was Transvaal. I think it's called Mpumalanga now. Mpumalanga. Natal is called, what's it called? Everything changes though. The minute like people start taking over countries and what have you. Like, for example, the a lot of the streets in Zimbabwe would have like Cecil John Rhodes Avenue or whatever. All of them changed to Robert Mugabe Avenue, and probably Samora Machel Avenue, and blah blah blah. They changed the names right after those people that have come in and taken over. It's a bit hectic trying to get everything remembered, all the names. But no, I know Natal province. Natal province is very pretty, very picturesque. The Drakensberg is in the Natal province, and I think Rorke's Drift is actually not far from there. That's cool. Cool. The dog, there's a neighbor down the road that's got a dog. I think he's a puppy, and he hears the sirens of the cars or the cop cars or the ambulance going past, and he starts howling. Ooh. Poor little dog. Like, somebody help me. I'm all alone. I guess right now I could have been like playing friggin' Call of Duty, right? Should I load it up? Let's continue on. I'm loading it up. Let's see. I think what I might do is just like end the IRL. Once this is loaded up, I'll end the IRL and then just want to turn that down. Sledgehammer Games. Join the fun. I'm not streaming Snap Elite 4. That's what I'm doing. I wonder if it's going to change it. Will it change it now? So it changed it, but it didn't like change the game. I'm not playing a game. Stupid thing. Hey, stupid. I think also what happened last night when I put, I don't know if these podcasts are like such a good idea to put up and out there overnight. Because people come to see you and say hello and then you don't respond because it's not actually live. And then you wonder, like, is it a bad thing or is it a good thing? It's like, maybe I shouldn't put the podcast up because people seem to think then that I'm there. I even got like party invitations to go and join friends and parties. But I couldn't because I wasn't live, you know. It's like, damn it. Alright, what I'll do is I'm going to end this and I'll be back. I will load up this this program quickly so it'll stop my stream, and then I'll just refresh my stuff, and then I'll try to do some continue on with my campaign. It'll obviously look a little different. They're a mixed bag. Mixed bag. Alright, so I'll be back in a bit. I need to find the screen that says, okay, stream's ending. Not that one. I've got to, like, I'm having a break, like going to the toilet and whatever. Thanks for coming to my page. Okay, I can put this screen up. Alright, I'll catch you in a bit. Thanks for the questions. Always happy to be here and give you some answers. And if you need any information, just feel free to shout out. Say, hey, where do I go? Who do I talk to? I got your back all around. Just to give you an example, I'm trying to think who it was. I had a couple of friends who were traveling to Zimbabwe and they didn't know anyone. And I got in touch with one of my school friends from there, and he met them at the airport. They spent 2-3 days with him, I believe. He took them to like some of the curio shops and stores, and they got a car, and I think they went off to do some sightseeing and then came back, and then he got them back to the airport. So where there's a will, there's a way, and there's good people that I know. If you ever want to go out to places, just let me know. Stay in touch. Yes, I'll be back soon.